Hello everyone. This is the second video of chapter 2 Kings, Farmers and Towns of History book 1 of class 12. The fourth topic of this chapter is related with new notion of kingship. In the early we talked about the chiefs and the kings in South India. There were three groups of kings. These were the Cholas, Cheras and Pandyas who ruled in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Kerala from 3rd century BC to around 15th century CE. And the important source of the history related with these early rulers of South India was the Sangam literature. Another important ruler of this period was the Satavahanas. Satavahanas, who ruled in the western and central India. We had the records of their rule of 2nd century BC to 2nd century CE, and there are Brahminical texts who wrote about the Satavahanas. Another group of rulers were the Sakas. These Sakas were having Central Asian origin, who established their kingdoms in northwest part of India as well as western part of the subcontinent. Again, their source of history is Brahminical text, Greek text, as well as Iranian text. The next one is the Kushan. Kushans, who ruled in India or northwest part of India, who covered not only northwest part of India but it extended up to Central Asia. It was around 1st century BC to 1st century CE. And the important source is the textual one, inscription one, the sculptures which has been discovered during latter part. So if we try to find out the those early kings, how they claim their high status in the society, there are varieties of way. One is identifying with a variety of deities. Deities means the god whom the contemporary period people used to worship. Second is the coins. Coins is an important source. On those coins they even inscribe their names, their pictures. And the third one is the sculpture. The sculptures of Kushan has been discovered from Afghanistan. Another important people who were the important they were early, you can say, the feudal lords were called Samantas. So these were the feudal lords under kings in northern India around 4th century CE. These were the men who maintained themselves through the local resources, including control over the land. They offered homage and provide military support to the rulers. Sometimes the powerful Samantas were so ambitious that once the king became weak, they themselves became the king. They, for the time being, they hold the position of subordination, and when the appropriate time comes, they used to become the king. Now, the next one. Do we have any evidence of the common people or their thoughts? The fifth topic is the changing in the countryside. It means the rural side. It means what the subject thinks about the rulers. If we talked about the truth, in fact, ordinary people, they rarely left accounts of their thoughts and experiences. But despite that, the historians try to solve this problem by examining the books like Jataks, Panchtantra. One important book is the Ganda Tindu Jatak, which describe the plights of the subjects, the elders, the cultivators, herders, village boys, or even the animals about a wicked king. Actually, when the king went to rural side in disguise, he found that his subjects used to curse him for their misery, complaining that they were attacked by robbers at night and tax collectors during the day. So, the relationship between a king and his subjects, especially the rural population, uh, was the strenuous one. Kings frequently tried to fill their coffers, demanding high taxes, and peasants found these demands were oppressive. So, what will be the strategy used by the those rural populations to meet the growing demands of the states in a form of taxes? One simple one was people abandoned their village, went to live in the forest to escape from the tax collectors. Another strategy they introduced was increasing the production so that they are able to meet the demands of the states. And for increasing production, they did lot of things. One is the shift to plough agriculture. The plough agriculture, which was the alluvial soil, the Gangetic and Kaveri region around 6th century BC were fertile one. Second, the iron tipped plowshare. Iron tipped plowshare able to help the peasants to till the ground at extensive level. And the third one, which is related with the uh, kharif crop, that was the transplantation. In the some part of Gangetic Valley, production of paddy was dependent upon the transplantation, which has dramatically increased the production of paddy. But those area which was semi-arid one, which was a terrain region, the people practiced hoe agriculture, which was better suited to that area. Another thing which is important of this is the inscription of Prabhavati Gupta. Prabhavati Gupta inscription is very important. In this context, we can say Prabhavati Gupta was the daughter of Chandragupta II, who ruled over the Magad, and she was married into an important ruling family in central India that was called Vakatas. Vakatakas, or in South India, South Deccan regions. The inscription of Prabhavati Gupta indicate that she was granted a land grant was given to women, which was a rare case. Why this happened? Because she was a queen. The description also gave us about the information about the rural populations, including Brahmins, peasants, and a variety of service providers who produce for the upper class as well as the kings. Now, the why the land grants? It was a heated debate among the historians why there was a land grants. Some feel that the grants were a part of strategy adopted by ruling class to extend agriculture, means to spearheaded the in the new areas of agriculture. They adopted this strategy. Second, others suggest that land grants were indicative of weakening of the political power of the kings. The king was not so powerful, so they tried to control over the Samantas by try to win them back. They making grants to the land. Third, they also feel that they tried to project themselves as a superman or supreme man, because they were losing